The equipment I chose to start my podcast, Part 1. At the beginning of the year, I started a podcast called About Small Business, which has just finished its first season of 25 episodes. This is the equipment I chose to record that podcast. Now, first of all, I would suggest that you start small and work on your content before spending money on gear, but I've got other motives which I'll talk about during other videos. If you're enjoying this content, please do like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to let you know exactly when another podcast's going to drop. Cameras. The Sony a6400. This is the main camera that I use, and it's been around for a good while now. It doesn't really need any introduction. It records at 4K and up to 30 frames per second, and with the right lenses produces really sharp footage. There are plenty who would argue that this isn't quite professional grade, but plenty of people are using it for just that, and the footage, in my opinion, speaks for itself. The camera's still popular despite being a few years old. However, this means you can still pick them up quite cheaply. I think I saw one recently for just £550 from a reputable UK dealer, so that's a bargain. The Sony ZV-E10. I wanted a 3-camera setup to record 3 angles. One on me, one on the interviewee, and one on the pair of us. I had a Panasonic camcorder that I'd bought during lockdown to use as a webcam. I know that's overkill, but don't we all suffer a bit with gear acquisition syndrome? The quality of the camcorder was 4K, but low light performance wasn't great, particularly compared to my Sony. After some research, I found that Sony's entry-level ZV-E10 does pretty much everything the a6400 does, but at a cheaper price. The ZV-E10's lighter and made for vlogging, so I decided to go for it and eventually bought 2. It doesn't feel as sturdy, it's not weather sealed, but as I'm using it to record indoors, it's a perfect choice for me, particularly as it's got the option to use different lenses. Lenses. If you're looking to buy a camera for the first time, it's often tempted to buy what's called a kit lens. The kit lens is usually quite versatile, but won't perform as well in low light situations. Now, as my filming's indoors, I needed a better lens than the kit lens. So for my main camera, I use a Sigma Prime 16mm lens. This is a wide-angle lens that gets a great shot of the interviewer and the interviewee. The Sony ZV-E10s have similar lenses. As I like the Sigma Prime lens, I bought the 30mm to give more of a close-up shot, but it's got the same crispness and great low-light performance as its sister lens, a 16mm. For my third lens, I decided to buy the third lens in this series, which is a 56mm lens, and it's great for portrait shots. Due to the smaller nature of the rooms I was typically working in, I found another 30mm lens would be best. I thought about a second Sigma 30mm, but decided something that might offer a little bit more versatility, so I went for the Sony E35mm f1.8. This is a high quality lens that gives great low light performance, but has optical stabilisation if I want to use it whilst on the move. So I've got decent camera setup, but what about the other bits that really can make a difference to the overall production quality? Tune in next week where I'll talk you through my choices for lighting, audio, software and other bits and pieces.